Hello everybody, how's it going? So today we are talking about Sun in the sign of Scorpio. And what does it mean when you have Sun in the sign of Scorpio in your birth chart? Well, first things first, we need to understand what the sun is. The sun is. What is the sun? What does it signify? And things like that. And then we'll look at Scorpio and what that means and what that signifies and stuff, and then put them together and boom. Okay, so first of all, if you want a Vedic Astrology reading, I'm currently offering them for 30% off. You can go to vincent.thunderwizard.com if you want that. Also, if I have a Qigong and yoga course, it's available here at patreon.com/Gebo the Shaman. And that combines Qigong, Kundalini Yoga, things like that, meditations, all kinds of good stuff. So, yeah, check it out. And also, that same course is also available here for, if you just want to buy the course outright, you can go ahead and do that here at Gebo the Shaman at .gumroad.com. You can check that out. Okay, guys, so Sun in the sign of Scorpio. What does that mean? Well, first of all, we need to look at the sun and what that signifies. So, sun signifies the ego, the soul. It's your relationship with your father, your relationship with government, authority. It's also your health and your career. Okay, so yeah. So the sign of Scorpio would be things like, well, it's massive transformation for one. So birth, death, sex, transformation, sudden ups and downs, sudden changes in life, sudden, things that happen suddenly. Basically, Scorpio wants to go down into the depths and analyze the core of things, the root of things, and it wants to, it's the kind of sign that wants to get into the researching and really learning about how everything works down at the tiniest level. So these, if you had Sun in Scorpio, you probably were one of these kids who love to take things apart and and just look into them and see how things were put together and stuff like that. So how does Sun act when it's in the sign of Scorpio? Well, for that we would have to look at the sign, the dispositor of Scorpio, which is Mars. So we would have to look at where Mars is placed in the chart and what aspects that's giving. And also we need to look at what house that Sun in Scorpio is placed in, because that can give us some more clues as to how this is going to be affected. So, so with the Sun in Scorpio here, we have the ego wants it's kind of a paradox almost with this sign, because we have the sun, which is the brightest star in the sky, and we have Scorpio, which is underground. It's deep water, deep underground kind of stuff, and it's Scorpio wants to go deep, and the sun wants to be right overhead. It wants to be the brightest thing in the sky kind of thing. So it's kind of like you get enjoyment or you get fulfillment by really diving into the depths of things, and shining a light on them. When you, like, Scorpio is all about secrets, and the sun, is all about expression and stuff like that. So someone with this placement could be like a whistleblower, someone who, like someone who exposes the secrets of people, someone who, goes into the occult, somebody who, really researches the occult sciences, and someone who likes to uncover secrets and expose secrets and stuff like that. So yeah, and so I'm not too sure about how the ego would play out here. I just know that it's like a very like dynamic sign, because the sun is all about, self-expression and stuff like that, but Scorpio is about secrets and discovering secrets and, stuff like that. So yeah, could be okay. So the sun also represents your soul. So it could be that that one of the reasons that you came and incarnated was to research, secrets and, expose secrets and stuff like that. Like your soul wants to, really dive into like the most secret stuff in the universe, and really research it and understand it and absorb it and stuff like that. So yeah, that's kind of how I see the soul interacting with the sign of Scorpio. So the sun also represents your father, and the father, well, so this kind of gives you a idea about your relationship with your father. Your father would be very transformative or transformational in your life, and in order to like understand the full details of this, we would have to look at where sun is placed in your chart, or where Mars is placed in your chart, because if Mars is placed in a really good sign, that'll be a really good transformation for you, but if it's placed in a bad sign, then that might not be, it might be a really difficult thing. Also, your father might work in like the coal industry or like the oil industry, something like that, digging. Oh yeah, and this placement also kind of represents like, as far as your career goes, it might represent someone who's like an investigative journalism or something, or journalist or something like that. Someone who really, digs, investigates, and stuff, and then comes out with like this masterpiece, this huge, hard-hitting story. It's kind of like that. Also, government authority. This represents your relationship with the government, so you could be very sneaky. you could be like maybe a spy with this placement. You could work with some kind of an intelligence agency, something like that. You could be a spy. You could also, on the other hand, be like someone who hides their tax information and goes around the government and hides their assets in offshore stuff and whatever. Yeah. As far as health, I would say, it's could be a sign that your health goes through a lot of transformation, a lot of ups and downs, and sudden transformation and stuff. Mars, again, you would have to look at the placement of Mars, because Mars is a malefic, so and Mars is the ruler of Scorpio and it's a malefic, so you'd have to look at that placement and any other aspects that are going on. But yeah, alrighty guys, so I think that does it for me. Once again, if you wanted Vedic Astrology reading, go here. It's vincent.thunderwizard.com. I also have the links listed below in the description. If you want to check out my course here, my Qigong and yoga course, it's patreon.com/Gebo the Shaman. And you can check it out here too. It's gebotheshaman.gumroad.com. Check that out too. Yeah, it's good stuff. And so yeah, any kind of help you guys could give me would be great, because I'm trying to move out and be on my own and do my own thing. So alrighty guys, take care. We'll talk to you later. Peace.